Today on Cloninger's Garage, we're going to do a review for the PSA AK-103. It's not an exact clone, but it's pretty close, and it does really well. Show you that it is empty. This one has the fixed stock. I went with the fixed stock for a reason. I knew I was going to get an optic and a mount. And if you have the mount on there, it doesn't close all the way anyway. So what's the point of having it just one more different thing on there? I don't know if it was a little bit cheaper. It may have been, I don't recall. I've had this for several years and it's done great just like this. So I have no issues with it. This does have an FN barrel. This barrel, I don't know if it was a limited run. I don't know if you can still get it or not. But this barrel is very accurate. People say AK-47, AK-103, all the AK series are not very accurate rifles. I think that has to do more with the ammunition that's purchased. Most of the ammunition is still cased ammunition. It's not very good ammunition. It's cheap, it's not made very well. But with good ammunition, even this one with some cheap Wolf or Tula ammo, it shoots really good. This is a really nice barrel. Starting from the tip, going to the butt, this has the muzzle brake on here. This muzzle brake, it can get a little loud, but it is an excellent muzzle brake on there. I can understand why they went to that and why they use that. It does a very good job of reducing recoil and keeping the muzzle rise down. Going on down, you'll see that this rifle, granted that I have a sample of one, I will say this, I've had PSA AKs before when they very first started making them. And there was a lot of issues with alignment. Things were not made very correctly. I think they do an excellent job. This sample that I have is an excellent rifle, has been for several years, does a great job. Back to it, you can look and see, and I'll try to do a little bit closer. The sights are sighted in, and they are centered. You can see that there is no funky, the sight being to one side or the other, which indicates that it's not correctly set up. The front sight is very good. It is very vertical. They did an excellent job in manufacturing and putting that on. This sight does a very good job. I did shoot it for a while, and every once in a while I do shoot it with just the iron sights on there. Iron sights on this do an excellent job. I'm able to shoot very well with it. My eyesight is not that great, but I'm still able to see the sights and do an okay job with it. Coming on down, this does have the more modern 90-degree block, or 90-degree gas port there, sorry. Going on back, this is a long stroke piston driven system. It's like all AKs. It does very good. It's very smooth. This has been shot, I'm gonna guess, in the neighborhood of 800, 900 rounds. I do have some rounds left. That's the only reason I know that it's not quite to 1,000 yet, because I purchased 1,000 when I started shooting this. I don't shoot it a lot anymore, but I did at one time shoot it quite a bit. I do still have some ammunition. That's how I know it's not quite to 1,000 rounds yet, but it's probably at least 800. It does have the little thumb shelf on the safety, which is very nice. Does move very easily. Good on safe. All the way down. Does very good. This is the magazine that comes with it. Kind of a waffle looking magazine. This is the Palmetto State magazine. Excellent magazine. It does very good fitment in and out, very good. I've run quite a few drills with this and some PMags. This whole system does a very good job when it comes to manual of arms, running different targets and drills and different things with it. This does a very good job. Works very well as an AK platform. This is not a Gucci platform by any means, but it does very well. Just a standard grip, standard stock as we're going back. This does have, I believe this is Midwest Industries rail mount. Does a very good job. When I take it off and then when I put it back on, it does an excellent job of going back to zero. For my purposes, it does a great job. I know that there is no perfect way to put a sight onto an AK and that there are always issues with returning to zero, so forth. I think this mount does an excellent job. This is the primary arms. This is a 3X prism. This is the original version. I put this original version on here because that was what was available when I purchased the rifle and put this setup together. I have left this on there. I have tried the micro prism and the eye box is just too small. This eye box is much bigger. It's much easier for me to take the rifle, bring it up, and with both eyes open, look through and see the scope. And it's probably just my eyesight, but the micro prism, I am not able to do that. It's very difficult for me to look through and see the reticle. The reticle through this is very nice. It does an excellent job. I have shot this rifle out to 400 yards and hit targets with it. So it is very capable of doing whatever I need to do. I've never shot it longer than that. I didn't until recently have any place to shoot more than 400 yards, but this will get out to 400 yards. As it's set up, very easily, does an excellent job. You have to obviously do your part, but it will get the job done. This does have the hole in the rear for the cleaning kit. Don't have any cleaning kit on that for sure. Does have the old school sling mounts there and there. Does have a cleaning rod. I don't ever use that cleaning rod. Very rarely do I clean my rifles anyway, but I believe that probably the last time I shot this, I did clean it up a little bit after I shot it. Just to go ahead and go over the trigger, I'm going to come down. If you'll follow me, it's coming down. I can feel it a little bit. Do that again. As I pull it down, it's a little mushy, and then there's a break. Now, it's not a solid wall, but I feel like it's a very good trigger. And the reason I say that is when I'm on target and I'm ready to pull the trigger, if I just pull all the way through it, like I normally would in action shooting, it goes off pretty much whenever I want it to go off at the right precise moment. As we're doing that again, feel it, goes off, reset. You can definitely hear it and feel it, and you're ready to go again. Okay, so it does a very good job. I don't have any idea what the trigger weight is, but let's go ahead and do it. I have one here. So let's see if we can see what the pull weight is. It may be really high. I don't have any idea. All right. That comes out to about 4 pounds. It's a very nice trigger in my opinion. That one came out about 4.5 there, but it does pretty good. I am going to show you some wear on the parts inside. YouTube doesn't like me to do that. So I'm going to do YouTube magic, snap my fingers, and okay. So I think I said earlier that I cleaned it. I don't think I did. But nevertheless, it works just fine. typical insides. Really, with that many rounds through it, I don't see a lot of wear. A lot of times we look at the chamber area here. It really looks pretty good. Not a lot of wear, if any, that I can really see there. Just your typical wear right there. Really not a lot. I've seen more wear on some other things. It's, like I said, approximately 800 rounds. I mean, it is dirty. It is dirty, but it does pretty good. Looking at the bolt area there, we're looking at the rear, which is normally a concern. And you can see where it is flattening out a little bit. I watched this as it progressed from being new. It did that fairly early, and then it has kind of stopped. So it kind of got to a point where that's where it's going to be, and I don't think it's going to go any further. You can see a little bit of more of a wear on just some regular pieces, just parts moving against each other. Nothing major there. In the bolt area, really nothing there. It really does an excellent job. It's well made and seems to be doing quite well. The bolt itself, look and see if there's any wear pieces, different parts. You can kind of see just your normal wear. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. Everything looks fine. Typical pieces there. All right, and snap my fingers again to put it back together. YouTube magic. All right, there it is. YouTube magic all back together and ready to go to the range. We'll see you there. All right, here we are at the range. PSA, Palmetto State Armory AK-103. Very nice. Primary arm scope on there. Very nice package. Let's see how she shoots. All in all, Palmetto State Armory did a great job with this AK-103. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. And join us soon for the next video. Have a great day, and God bless the USA.